look at these two questions. The first one is to find all values of theta. If theta is in the interval from 0 to 360 degrees and has the given function value, this one. Previously, I said that 1 over sine theta is defined as cosecant. Okay, and here there is another one. It's 1 over cosine theta is defined as secant theta. The original question was secant theta equals negative radical 2. That's why I wrote in this way. Okay, 1 over cosine theta equals negative radical 2. Actually, from here you can find is cosine theta is negative 1 over radical 2. Because you know there is a 1 downstairs. Okay, you flip it, cosine theta goes up, 1 goes down. So you have cosine theta over 1 and equals negative, you keep it, and then 1 over radical 2. 1 over radical 2, both numerator and denominator multiplied by radical 2. You then have what? Cosine theta is negative radical 2 over 2. Okay? So from here, you can figure out cosine theta is negative radical 2 over 2. This is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. You know, if the hypotenuse is 1, you then have a radical 2 over 2 on one side. Another leg is also radical 2 over 2. And those two angles are equal, and those two sides are equal. You know, by Pythagorean theorem, you know radical 2 over 2 squared, one leg squared, plus another leg squared. This is what? This one is 2 over 4 plus 2 over 4, which is 4 over 4, which is 1. Because radical 2 squared is 2, 2 squared is 4. Okay? So, in the union circle, the radians again is 1, 1, 0 for this point. This is origin. Okay? Then cosine theta is defined as x value. In our case, x value is negative radical 2 over 2 from here. Okay, this tells us that theta is either in this angle, which is in quadrant 2, or is in quadrant, wait, so let me do that, or is in quadrant 3, okay? In quadrant 3 will be what? Will be this angle, okay? Because again, x coordinate here, that we mark in black. X coordinate is negative radical 2 over 2, and here x coordinate is also negative radical 2 over 2. But y coordinate here is above, below is negative. Okay, radical 2 over 2 for y above x-axis, radical 2 over 2 below the x-axis. Okay, so then what is the angle then? What is theta? You know, this is 45 degrees. This is another 45. And then we know the first angle that we mark in black will be this angle. Okay, that will be what? That will be a straight angle subtract 45 degrees, this angle, which gives us 135. Then you will have a terminal side is this line. Okay, another one is straight angle plus this red one. Now I marked in black. So it's 180 plus 45 degrees. Then the terminal side will be this side. Okay, so that will be 180 plus 45 will be the second angle. So 135 gives us terminal side here. You will have this coordinate, negative radical 2 over 2. Y is radical 2 over 2 positive. Again, the second one is straight angle plus 45. You will have a terminal angle right here. You have an x coordinate is negative, so is y coordinate. But anyway, cosine theta is x is negative radical 2 over 2. That's enough. Negative, negative. So that's why there are two angles. One is 135, which is 180 minus 45. Another is 180 plus 45. So there are two angles. That's the solution right here. Okay. Now, how about the second one? The second one is if we are given tangent theta is 1, what's the value? For theta. Of course, there is a one value here. Let me get the picture right here. Okay. All right. Now, here we have 45 degrees. So x coordinate is radical 2 over 2. Y coordinate is radical 2 over 2. Here, this terminal side is on quadrant 1. Here, terminal side is on quadrant 3. Okay. Tangent theta is defined as y over x. Apparently, x and y are equal. In this case, we have a radical 2 over 2, radical 2 over 2 So the answer is 1, right here. So then for sure, we have a theta 1 is 45 degrees. That's the one. One answer is clear. Another one is the one right here. The terminal side could be here. Okay. In this case, you have a negative. Negative. So you should have a theta is what? Theta is 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. You see here is 45 degrees, which gives us 225 degrees. Those two angles, 45 and 225, are in this range from 0 to 360 degrees. So there are two answers. One answer is theta equals 225. Another one is theta equals 45. Tangent theta are positive in quadrant 1 and 3. In quadrant 2 and 4, tangent theta will be negative. The reason is what? The reason here is x is positive, but y is negative. You see here, x-axis, below x-axis, they're all negative. Here is 0. So then you have a negative over positive. Here is y. Okay. Here is y. And then here is x. So y over x, negative over positive. Similarly, right here, you have a x is negative, y is positive. Because you see, here is x value. On the left-hand side is negative. Okay, but y is above. You see any angle here. Okay, so y is above, y is positive. Then here is positive over negative. You shall have a negative here, and negative here. So cosine negative 4 and 3, 4 and quadrant 2. Tangent is negative in quadrant 2 and 4, positive in 1 and 3. Okay? All right. Please review this lecture. I'll see you next time.